his daughter in this accident, then why doesn't he tell the police that first day? And counsel made great point of the fact that he didn't. But if counsel is correct, then he would have. He would have done it. Of course, why he would give the police a piece of evidence implicating himself as much as anybody else, again, sort of begs the issue. But anyway, so we go on. So the police take the item, which at the time they have no idea has anything to do with anything, photograph it, and then give it back to him. So at this point, George Anthony takes the can back and sticks it in a garage for 4 months and doesn't do anything with it. Doesn't try to connect it to the police. He just lets it sit there. And then in December, when the body is found, the police find the can with the duct tape in the garage. George doesn't point it out to them. They find it, because remember, George isn't even there. They find it and they take it into evidence. So what does this nefarious criminal then do? He takes the very same roll of duct tape, which connects him to this death, and he uses it to display posters. Does any of this make sense? None of this makes sense. To assert that George Anthony's use of the tape on the posters for his missing granddaughter is patently absurd. It doesn't make any sense.
Paragraph 6. Vote to strike.
The reason that it doesn't make sense is because it's not, I submit, based on the evidence, true. George Anthony had absolutely no idea that that roll of Henkel duct tape had anything to do with the death of his daughter, of his granddaughter. He had no idea, because he wasn't involved, just as he told you. You know, counsel showed you the big poster with the pictures of Kaylee walking into the pool and said that this hypothesis has not been rebutted. Well, I respectfully disagree. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the two people that counsel asserts were present when that happened were George Anthony and Casey Anthony. And George Anthony testified on that witness stand the first day of this trial. It didn't happen. And as Ms. Burdick will point out to you when she speaks to you in a few moments, Ms. Anthony also was given the opportunity to adopt that and rejected it twice. That has been refuted by the evidence in this case. Counsel also asserted to you that this crime scene was, quote unquote, staged. And here's the interesting part. He tells you, on the one hand, that George Anthony is connected to the tape. Remember, he said in opening, follow the tape. But then on the other hand, he tells you that Roy Kronk is connected to the tape. Remember, Dr. Spitz told you that somebody came along later and took the skull and taped it. And in opening statement, the defense counsel told you that person was Roy Kronk. So they both got the tape, this rare kind of duct tape. Roy Kronk, who has no connection to the Anthony family other than reading their meter once, who's never been in their house, who's never been in their garage, who have no way of knowing what kind of duct tape they have. So which is it? Who put the duct tape there? Counsel has argued to you that the crime scene was staged. Could I have State's Exhibit 82 published to the jury, please?